Welcome to your first real video quest. This quest was found on the website, and this one is just an introduction to Microsoft Word. As I read through these steps, in this quest you're going to be learning how to create a new document, how to center the title on a page, how to change the font size, style, making it bold and underline, moving the text back to the left, making a numbered list, and then finally saving a document. So let's get started. Remember, at any time during this video, pause it to do what I do so that you can keep up. So we need to go into Microsoft Word. I'm going to double click on Microsoft Word and we are creating a new blank document. It's a really good idea to always save your document right away. We haven't even put anything on this page yet, but we want to go ahead and just name it. Right now it's called Document 1. It's not even in the right folder. So let's go ahead and save it. So to save it, we're going to hit this purple box here, and since we've never saved it before, this screen pops up. What I want you to click on right now is Browse. Now we've seen this before. In your practice quest, we actually went down here and we clicked on eLib underneath Computer. Remember, mine is different because mine is logged in as a teacher. I want you to find eLib and click it. You should find the folder that you created with your name. Double click in that folder. Now you don't have anything in there right now, okay? But we're in your particular folder, and this is where you're going to name it. We don't want to call it Doc 1. That's confusing. We won't really know what that document is all about. So let's change the file name to Favorite Foods. Okay, so Favorite Foods is the name of the document. I know that it's going in my folder. You should see your name up here, Favorite Foods, and hit Save. Now the reason we do that is, see, it's already titled Favorite Foods up here. Any changes we make now, I can hit this blue Save button and it's automatically going to save for us. Okay, so let's get started. Right now our cursor's on the left, and usually on a title we want it to be in the center. So rather than hitting space bar a bunch of times to get it over the center, we are going to change the alignment. Right here, this gives you a hint. All of these are lined up on the left. This one right here, when I hover my mouse over it, it says center. So let's click that. Hit center, and notice our cursor moved to the middle of our page. We're now ready to type our title. I want you to type Favorite Foods. Okay? So we got Favorite Foods. It's in the center. The next thing we're going to do, which we've practiced already, is changing the size, the font style, and we're going to make it bold and underlined. So to do that, we first have to select what we actually want to change. So select our title. Let's change it to size 22. You have to do size 22. I want you to do exactly as I do for these quests. Let's make it bold so that it got a little thicker. Let's underline it. And finally, let's change it to a different font. Now these are in alphabetical order. I want you to go find the one that says Broadway. Okay? Actually, let's change it to Californian. Okay, because I think Broadway, whether it's bold or not, it always looks bold. So let's change it to Californian with the FB. So find the C's, click it, and we're ready to go. Now remember, in order for me to add to this without deleting, I'm going to have to make my cursor at the end here, and now I want you to hit enter 2 times. 1, 2. We're going to start creating a list of our favorite foods. Now I don't want this list to be in the center, so let's move it back over here to the left. To do that, we use this alignment button. These buttons are the same for any Word document that you're ever going to make. So if you find these buttons, they all do the same thing. Let's move it back to the left. Alright. We also don't want it to be size 22 bold or underlined. We can keep it the same font. It's always a good idea to use the same font. So let's take the underline off, take the bold off, and let's go set it at size 16. Now we're ready to start listing our favorite foods. Now we could just go ahead and type the number 1 and list a food, and 2, but there's actually a button that'll make all the numbers for us. Right up here in this paragraph area, there's a numbered list. If I actually click this button, a number 1 pops up for me. And now after I type this food, I hit enter, a number 2 is going to pop up for me already. So the first thing I'm going to do is type pizza. pizza is one of my favorite foods. I want you to just go ahead and type one of your favorite foods. Hit enter. You're going to be listing 5 foods here. So I'm just going to go ahead and write some of my own. If you can't think of any, just use what I use. But I'm going to use pizza, special K-bars. It's a dessert that my grandma makes. I really like chips and salsa. I like, let's see, cereal. And finally, I'll put cookies. Okay, you can list whatever 5 you want here, but notice every time I hit enter, it made the numbers for me. Now in the next video quest you do, you're going to be taking the same document, you're going to be adding to it. So we want to make sure we hit save. Now you should hit save often, so let's say it's getting towards the end of class and you only have number 1 and number 2, hit save so you can come back and get it again. So, favorite foods, 5 of them with the numbered list option on the left with this format here. Once you've done that and you've hit save, I want you to close out, raise your hand, and show me that you've completed this quest.